entertainment.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Chismis Corner podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Michael Pacifico.
I'm your host, Annie Lynn.
And I'm your guest, Jason Divinagracia.
And today we have an OG, Jason. He was our editor last year, and now he is the vice president of FSA. And I'll have him kind of introduce himself a little bit more right after this introduction. But yeah, thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thanks for having me. It's
Yeah.
great to be out of behind the camera, I guess.
Yeah, there it is. But yeah, just to touch upon like who you are. What are your affiliations with FSA?
Well, currently I am the vice president. In the past, I've been the PR chair. Before that, I don't think I ever was officially an events committee member, but I did events committee things. It was a weird involvement, not official involvement kind of thing, because I think I started late. But I've been with FSA since my freshman year when I first came here.
Okay, nice. And then just as a little more background information, just kind of give us like what you're majoring in, any other clubs that you're a part of, stuff like that.
I am currently majoring in biology, chemistry minor because that's innate with that. No longer pre-med, that's another thing. I from the beginning when I was a freshman, I used to be part of the anime club because I thought it would be cool, but because I like anime, you know.
That's facts.
So I was like, oh, let me check it out. But then I went to one or two things and they just watch anime together, which I'm like, okay, that's cute, but I thought we were gonna do a little more than that. So I kind of ditched from that.
What like in terms of like what you expected from that? What do you think? Like, because watching anime or like reviewing it might be like one thing that you expected, but like, what were you thinking going into it?
I guess most of it I kind of just got from my high school anime club. We we started comic. I guess it was Comic Con. I don't know what we called it eventually, but in our high school we started that. So I was kind of thinking maybe the same lines for this club. Maybe we Pitt had a sort of Comic Con kind of thing.
I don't know we had anime club.
Yeah, I don't know we had anime club like at all.
I just had to search it from I don't even remember the website. I don't think anyone uses it, to be honest. But it used to be I think they gave it to freshmen. They were like, hey, if you want to look for clubs, check this website out. So I would search, I searched FSA, it was on there. And then it's the website that we have the roster thing on. So, but I saw it there. I'm still in their Discord. I don't know why I'm still in their Discord, but I'm went on. I'm still on their email list even. And I'm not even part of it. But I was expecting, aside from watching, maybe talking about it or just cool, you know how FSA is a cultural organization. We do workshops, events, and stuff. I thought it would be similar to that. Maybe they do a workshop with drawing manga or of interpretations of certain anime because sometimes anime is a little cryptic like that.
Yeah, I guess that's. I just feel like whenever you get into student run stuff, it really just depends on who's willing to put in the effort.
No, yeah, 100%.
But yeah, all right. So, still gonna have some questions about your background. Since you are the vice president of FSA, what are kind of your expectations for your term?
Just continuing on the programs we have, Capitated by Kubo, making sure they're inclusive and welcoming to all freshman people, making sure all of our other events go along, and I'm still trying to progress using the Discord. We haven't utilized it much, mostly because with some recent changes to board multiple times. I originally had it all set up. I had a catalog, or not a catalog, a category for e-board stuff specifically that was locked to us, and I had everyone added. A few people, a past board member that got switched out, never joined, and so I never could really push it. And then they just made an Insta group chat and then a Facebook group chat, which I'm okay, whatever. I guess I'll just go back to that. But hopefully, maybe in the spring semester, I can kickstart it back up or get everyone to, join it, utilize it. I don't know. I just think it's a lot better than Facebook because I know with some board members we have to be create a Facebook real quick to just make the group chat. It's just I feel Facebook's a little outdated now. I've known more and more people that are I don't have Facebook anymore. I don't even use it that much. I use it for just to catch up on family. I don't update it much.
I use it so much. I use it more than I did freshman year.
I literally only made a Facebook because of like clubs.
Really? Yeah. I made one because like it's like a big thing in Filipino culture. I feel like even so, I made it for to catch up or keep up with family. I used to post a lot on there. Mostly was just food, but like I really don't use it. I mean, granted, it's also mostly family, so like that's what I'm gonna put on there for family to see, you know. So I'm just like, we could maybe migrate to Discord because there's a lot more options there. But
to be honest, I don't know how to use Discord.
I'm dead.
I don't know it at all.
I was thinking that because like some people,
Just a little warning, I'm not adept to social media at all.
That's
I despise social media with all my heart. to be
really
honest.
I'm on like a lot.
but we'll get into that later.
Okay, you kind of touched on like the one question that I had, which was like, what do you want to implement? Some like newer things that like previous like vice presidents or people within your position have done. Is there anything else besides like the Discord or like communications that you wanted to implement?
That was the primary one. Last year when I was PR chair, I started a TikTok. And even now I see like other FSAs or Filipino organizations from different colleges have TikToks and everything. And I'm like, a good amount of people use them. And like, we have an Instagram, they have Reels, because I know some people also like Reels over TikTok. So I've just like, I haven't been focused on that too much, mostly because like I alone can't really think of much we could put on there. But like, I don't know, I have to re-gauge interest with board to see if they'd be down. I probably should like low-key stalk other organizations' TikTok pages to get like inspo or something.
That's true. I mean, like even with this podcast itself, like when like I was looking at like other content that like at least like the Umbrella ASA people were doing, I was like, no one really has like any type of like podcasty or like talking like things.
It's more like videography.
Like there's videography. Like I'm pretty sure there's like maybe a couple people who've done like the like snack taste test type of like videos or whatever. And I was like, oh, come on now, we got to do something.
We gotta step up a little bit.
I'm just saying, man, we got some good stuff. But all right. So as one of the first questions we have for you, what social medias do you use?
Okay.
Let's get into it.
So I have Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Discord, TikTok. I think that's all that.
It would be real.
No, you know that's one thing. Okay, I have so many people ask me about that to like get it and everything. I don't know. I have Lock It. It's different.
Lock It.
Yeah, no one knows. I only got it because my one friend that I met on Valorant wanted me to download it. So I was like, I'll do it. And then it was cute. So I was like, okay. So I told my best friend. I told a few other friends. I was like, let's do it. But I don't know. Something, not to like shade anyone who uses Be Real, but it low-key cringes me. Because like I think it's because of the one point. It was during O Week for the freshmen. And me and a few friends wanted to see like the Drive Bingo show. And we saw the line was fucking long as hell. And at one point, everyone was like, Be Real. And I'm like, I hate that so much already. Because I started seeing it like pick up eventually. And I was like, oh, so this is going to be the new thing. I was like, maybe I'll check it out. I wasn't so sold on it. I knew like the basics of it kind of, but I was like, no. And then when I saw that, I'm like, yeah, no, cut the fucking cameras. I'm not. Yeah. And so my friend was like, you should do it too. But I was like, okay, maybe, but no, I can't. It's just, to me personally, it seems tacky with how it is. It's kind of like,
you gotta be real.
I hate that.
You got
it, Stanley. You got it.
Real. But I don't know. I personally don't use it. I use the Lock It thing because like it's essentially kind of the same thing. You just don't get reminded. You just send whatever. You can react to other things and you can like comment. So I kind of like it that way.
I don't even, to be honest, like I don't even know like what Be Real is. To be honest,
it's kind of it's kind of like, from what my friends told me, it's kind of like Snapchat, but like only once a day.
Yeah, you get a notification
for 2 minutes.
Yep.
Okay, so
it's like basically it's
random
like
times of the day for 2 minutes. It's like a once a day Snapchat.
Oh, so it gives you like a random time that you can post.
And that's for everyone with that too. And like I guess the concept of it was to like have your friends see a glimpse into your life without, because you know how with most social media you pick what you put on there and everything. I guess that's like the push you to just like post in the moment without thinking much of what you're doing. most people do try to get aesthetic shots, but they're still doing it in the moment, regardless of what they plan to do that day.
Be real.
Yeah.
So does it like give you the notification like 5 minutes prior to it, or is it tell you like in the morning? You'll get like
a.m. You'll get a thing where it's just like, it's time to be real or something. Take a pic now, share with your friends, and there's a timer on the camera on top of it. In fact, like TikTok even freaking copied it. Now there's TikTok Nows, and I didn't know what that was originally, and then I did it, and then I was like, oh, it's a fucking be real like thing, and then now I get notifications that sound like the water drop, and I'm like, I don't want to do this though.
I just feel like with a lot of social media stuff, there's always going to be a thing where like, for example, like Instagram and like TikTok, like most people, like if they have a TikTok, they'll feed it into like their other social medias, and it's just kind of like a drip feed type of thing.
I mean, everything's connected nowadays. Like it's like
the metaverse,
all like the Instagrams, you know, like the link field, all the like Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, all their like links and everything, all in like one thing on Instagram. It's like all things connected.
Yeah, but like I know, like in terms of like connected, like just showing all your like social medias, that part, but like also like the thing of like, let's say you only use Instagram, like you'll see random things from other type of social medias, whether it's like the reels, your stories.
It's marketing. It's a marketing.
It is, but even Instagram, I feel like it's kind of like falling off, sort of. Mm-hmm. Like it's being like kind of dethroned by TikTok. That's true. Like trend wise, like all the songs that a lot of people listen to come from TikTok, or they'll say it's from Reels, but then they show you the video and it's like TikTok. It's like they just imported it. It's like the same thing, but like you said, it was like connected to everything. Like everyone who doesn't have TikTok and watches Reels because it's on the same app, like they still get the same content because people just save the video from TikTok, just upload it to Instagram. Mm. So like it kind of keeps the users who use that alive or in the know kind of thing. Mm. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's a fall with Instagram. I don't really see many of my friends post much on there anymore. I don't even post there on much.
Mm. I haven't posted in like 2 years.
That's crazy. It'd be like that though. I've gone a year without posting before. It's just like
there's one special social media that no one uses. Poop maps.
What?
Is that just to find bathrooms?
Nope. You post
Please don't tell me you post your poop.
Nope. Yeah, there you go. You follow your friends. You can take a picture of your poop. When you poop, after you poop, you see it when you poop.
I want to know who created that because either they got a weird kink.
My friends will use it. It's great. It's special on its own.
My God.
It really deepens your friendships. You know, it really see what you are.
Do you take a photo while you're doing it, or do you take Alex?
Probably after, because that'd be like
just like
you could like show like that's a free ask it. Come on, now. You gotta pay a little bit.
You like stand back up. You basically after you're done pooping, you just take a video before you flush. Continue.
They should just implement that into the Be Real, man.
That's no fucking way,
real, bro.
That is real.
I mean, it is.
You know how much water they drink, what kind of food they eat, how if they're dehydrated.
That helps them though too, because imagine you don't see something like, hey, you have a little blood thing. I want to get that checked out.
See,
like, it's not normal.
See?
I mean, it isn't normal, but I mean, like, okay, try to think positive with it, I guess.
Oh man, well, thank you for that, Stanley.
I can't believe that exists.
Definitely could have.
It's real for a year now.
Definitely could have went without knowing that. Thank you for that.
Internet's a wild place. Anything's probably created. So
that's facts. All right, and then our next question is for you personally, what type of content do you like post on your social media? You don't have to go through every single one. Maybe your most frequently used.
That's the thing. I don't really post much, but I'd say recently it's been Twitter, which is odd because I used to not be a Twitter user much, but ever since they put like Target Circle, anyways, Twitter Circle, they have it's basically like a private story, but your private tweets. Does that make sense?
Did you explain Twitter for me? Because I actually don't understand Twitter.
I'm dead. Okay,
I don't understand. I don't know the point of it. I think it's
a nice little thing to like repost things. Like some people just put like random like shit on there. They'll be like, one thing about me is like I get pissed by this, or it's like they just make creative things with words that like sometimes like damn I feel that like that's literally me. Like it could be sad shit, piss shit. It could be like you just broke up with your ex kind of thing. It's all over the place. You can see videos, art, even. Some people have burner accounts for other things. Because but I use it. I type. I'm not that creative with words, so like I'll type once in a blue moon, maybe like my feelings. But like on Target Twitter Circle, I can't. Target has me in a chokehold, but Twitter circle. I like you can just post whatever in text so that you don't have to like.
So like a private story.
Pretty much, except you don't have to take a picture, kind of.
Oh yeah.
But like it's nice. I do it like whenever like when I'm at work and I'm doing like a crash office and I'm literally like there's no one around me so I can have my phone out, but I'll scroll through Twitter and just like retweet, like whatever. It's just like something to like mindlessly read and look through.
Hot take. I think Twitter's stupid.
I respect that only because I low-key thought the same thing when I like first got it.
I'm 21 years old and I don't understand Twitter at all.
And there's really no point. Again, like I only use it when I'm like extremely bored or like I can't play noise or like post because I can't post photos in the fucking cash office so far for like taking any kind of pic there. So like
it's kind of like a informal type of like news feed essentially.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
By people and everything. Mine can just be shitty as hell. Like you need to like subscribe to those topics or whatever. I don't know. That's like a good dish. Like I was like this is what I want to retweet. And it's funny because like so that's like a form of way like people would like low-key at people or shit people in there. Because I've posted some stuff that like are kind of sad-ish, depending on the mood, whatever. And then like my best friend would text me, it's like, hey, so what's up with these tweets? Is there okay? You know, it's kind of like an indirect, like if you don't want to talk to anyone, but you kind of want to like let people know where you're at. You know, so
you kind of just like throw the internal thought out there,
yep.
just see how it goes.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but people get petty as hell there though. They'll be like, I'm posting this so that you can see it because I know you follow me. Like, but yeah, I think Twitter's for the most part where my content is now. Eventually, I want to get to like streaming.
Would you say that Twitter for you is something that you both use and consume like the highest amount, like most frequently?
Nope.
But is that the one that you consume the most?
Not consume the most. I'd say post the most.
Okay, so what's the one that you consume the most?
TikTok. 1,000%.
Yes.
I have, especially since they put like collections now and everything, I can store everything to like folders basically. So much easier.
That's a function for that?
Every time you save a video, like it'll say add to collection or whatever. You could add. I have everything sorted.
You can do that? What the
heck?
Yeah.
It's so because then like sometimes I want to cook food, so I'm like I make there's a make food one I have. There's ones for this one creator I watch a lot, and it's just because she's funny as fuck. So I'm just
what would you say? What's your average screen time like on your phone usually? Like average it around? Because I'd say my screen time's gone down at least 3 hours since school started.
I was gonna say mine's gone down.
I'm down to an hour and a half to an hour most of the day.
Shut up, really?
I check my phone maybe once, twice a day to check work or my emails, and then I go to work. I don't call anyone. I don't text anyone. If someone calls me, I'll pick up and just answer. Then I'll hang out and put my phone back on.
I can't. That's
sometimes I leave my phone in my room for the whole day and go take it to work.
I can't do that. I can't.
Because I have my laptop with me. I can text my laptop. I can see emails. I don't need my phone on me. I don't care about social media. I got a game. I got one game on my phone.
Okay, that's one thing.
And it is Candy Crush, Bob. I think it's Candy Crush.
Of course, it's Candy Crush. I'd say like maybe like last time I checked was 6 hours. So I'm imagining around. Okay, look.
Is that just total screen time, or is
like
that
a day or like a week?
Total per week.
Oh, that's not bad.
A lot of things like the most I guess technically Discord would be. I don't know. It's weird. I only like. I'm on it mostly because like I have a Target Discord, so like not all of the employees, but like most of like my coworkers are in it, and like they post frequently in there. It's not just work related stuff. Like there's like cute animals, there's like food, there's like
I get that, yeah.
So like there's always something, especially when like people are venting or whatever. Like yesterday we had like a burst of fucking chats. Like I had to go back 60 messages to catch up, but like 2 people just quit, and I'm just like damn. So like yeah. Target do better. Anyways,
they call Target at Target.
Look, y'all turnout rate is but
let's plug Target this video.
Hey, you want to sponsor us? I work for you already. But like that's mostly what I pick my phone, check those messages and everything, and then typically have something from I don't know like board group chat or like my streaks, which is funny because I never personally keep streaks. Like I never intentionally do it. People just do it. I will reply if you send me something, and I'll do it once if you forget because I know sometimes they like want to keep it or they're like, yeah, we lost a streak or whatever. Like it's not that deep for me. But I'll keep it for the sake of
it's just a number.
Yeah.
I think I deleted a 1,000-day streak in freshman year. I don't care what. I deleted Snapchat. I don't want Snapchat anymore.
That's crazy.
I think it's also ridiculous. It's just a number. No one cares.
That's the thing. But like I don't know. I still like Snapchat for a little bit, but yeah, that and then whenever I always catch myself going on TikTok whenever I have free time. It's kind of bad. Like I've gone past. There's like if you I don't know if y'all gotten to that point yet. Please don't. But I got to the point where literally like it was like, wow, you've been scrolling for a little too long, and I'm like, I need to get off of this. Like they'll be like, let's take a little headspace break and everything. I'm like,
That's actually funny.
yeah.
They always had to take a break.
yeah. It's literally in there. And I was telling my friend that, and she was like, I blocked all of them. I'm like, girls, I need it personally because like I will keep going. I have kept going before, but like at least at that point, I'm like, should I stop now? Because I've been to like almost the end of TikTok. But I'd say that I'm pretty sure Discord, TikTok is what I consume most, being that I reached that so many times now.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel lucky that I don't have a TikTok.
I stopped using mine. I use mine like maybe twice a day when I'm like absolutely bored. But I think I check my emails more often than I do my like TikTok or anything else.
That's crazy. I can't check.
Emails on LinkedIn, I check the most.
Not LinkedIn. You said young professional right there.
That's where we're all seniors. Well, we're all seniors, so we're trying to find jobs.
That's true.
Right.
I've looked at like LinkedIn and whatever. LinkedIn literally feels like just like a slight step above like Facebook levels.
It's great.
It
it's
looks
great.
like that. Yeah,
you get job offers, internships from MIT inboxes. Great.
I need to start one of those because like I'm not graduating this year because I'm a year behind, but I'm graduating next year. But I need to put that up because I'm thinking of being like a programmer low key, so I need to do that.
Oh, CS. What kind of CS?
Okay, so I'm still graduating on my biology degree, but
like
because
biotech.
What
Kinda
not even.
like comp bio.
Maybe I really kind of want to stray away. I'm just finishing it because I've done 3 years. Like, well, I can't switch now. Like,
I switched 2 years then.
yeah. Oh, well, see, that's 2 years. In.
I
That's still
hate
2 and 3 are two different like.
yeah, that's
gas.
massive.
I don't know.
Like I'm 35 credits away from graduating. If I switch, bitch, that's gonna be like 100 something because like none of my classes are gonna transfer. Come on.
That's true.
But I'm taking an intro to computing class right now because my friend wanted to do it. I was always interested in coding, so like I'm learning Python right now. I really love it. I love it to death.
That's good.
So I looked up because I was like, okay, well, I kind of want to do this. I wouldn't mind being a microbiologist or immunologist. Like, I like that kind of stuff too. But when I saw, like, I keep seeing that on TikTok again, like, people working in tech. And I'm just like, that's so nice. Y'all get free food and shit. I'm like, I want that life. And they make 6 figures. So I'm like, I looked up because I'm like, okay, maybe I can do something. Or maybe I just do
works in tech. She's like quality control.
She's doing like QA,
like quality control, like assessments and stuff, and like
that
microbiome stuff.
Yeah.
So that's kind of similar.
and then she's kind of doing a similar thing. When she like once she kind of gets like a couple years under her belt, she wants to come back
More
and do
school. Like
more school.
Yeah, like masters, right?
She wants to do a master's,
like something like bio.
Yeah, like comp.
Yeah, see, I can't. I'm done with school after this. Because I can get it like they have apprenticeships, which basically like they pay you to learn the job, and like one of them was you just need a bachelor's in STEM. Doesn't have to be CS. You'll learn like any coding, whatever language they want. You'll learn, and you get paid like $54 an hour at that point, like just learning it. So I'm like, shit. And I just need a bachelor's. Say less. I'm right there. I'm almost there already.
We kind of finished up on the topic of like what you post and what you consume. One of my more focused questions was, are there any type of popular influencers that you kind of follow on TikTok or any of the social media that you have that are specifically Filipino?
Specifically Filipino.
Because I have a couple of them listed,
Alright.
but I kind of want, before I like tell you what my list is, I kind of want to know if you have any of the ones that I have on the list.
I don't follow them too closely. I like seeing what they do, but like I follow Bretman Rock. I mean, given.
Yeah.
I used to watch a lot of his stuff, and then like I go through cycles where I get obsessed with like a creator or a certain thing for a little bit, so then I'm like out of that era kind of thing. Love what he does. Like I like seeing little updates from it. I don't follow them necessarily, but I've seen stuff that they're involved in or they've done. But like Opere, like I feel like there's another Filipino streamer, but what I like. I just see like little like tidbits from their streams and stuff, and I'm like, that's cool. But other than that, not necessarily closely. No.
Okay, well, you got 2 out of the 4 that I had listed.
Really?
So you got Bretman, Valkyrie, I had Bella Porch.
Oh yeah.
And then I said Salt Poppy.
So who?
It's like a Filipino dude who like his one TikTok or like whatever content they had that he was most famous for was like he would mimic like running but like he would be standing in place. He would just be doing it to like random songs or whatever.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's Filipino.
Yeah, he's Filipino.
No
I've never seen
way.
that actually reminds me of two more people.
Yeah.
But I Chris Punsalan, and then I forgot he like does mic'd up like he's a caretaker for his grandmother, but like he does mic'd up. I love watching it, and it's just so nice. But
I like how he would just be like shaving his like own grandma, and she's like, "What?" And
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
the captions too are so funny to me. Like I'm just like she wouldn't actually say that, but that's funny to like imagine. But him, and then I completely forgot I followed them, and actually I've been watching them recently, but like I forgot their username. It's like it starts with an O. It's like
What platform? TikTok?
TikTok, yeah. They're also on YouTube, but it's like a son and the mother. The mother's like Mama Lulu. See, her like thing is like they like bully each other. Not bully. Like,
I
make fun of each other.
think you were talking about
Yeah.
that. Now I think I know.
And
you're
the mother's
talking
always
about.
like,
There's also like a sister there too.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I forgot.
And what's the guy?
I forgot his name.
But I know.
But
I know the
think
mom.
it's-
I know the sister.
yeah.
I forgot the dude's name. I'm sorry, but love y'all content. But they're I like watching them too, and like all their videos online. Like they have a YouTube, and they like cook, and they speak pure Tagalog, which is nice because like around here I don't really have people speak it to me, so like I like to keep up and try to like refresh. I don't think I'm gonna lose it, but I'm afraid that I will. So I'm like, at least I can watch this and like test myself.
There is one type of video that I'd love to shoot. It would just be like someone speaking Tagalog or Bisaya or something, giving us directions, and we just have to like even if it's cooking or if it's
I
just
would
doing
love
something.
that.
I would love to shoot it. Oh god.
I would love to try what Tagalog I would understand like wholeheartedly, so that won't be a challenge. But Bisayan, my dad's Bisayan, and I've like he never spoke it around me because my mom never knew how to speak it. But like whenever we went back home and like I talked to my family on his side and everything, they'd speak it, and I've tried to pick up on it the same way I did with Tagalog. I can't, especially with only being there for a week. Like it's not enough. And I always try to ask them because I'm like, you say this word a lot. What does this mean? Because it must be important or like something that's like core to sentence structure or something. I it doesn't stick. It really doesn't.
No, that's fact. Like my dad spoke Tagalog, but then my mom spoke Bisayan, but they would understand each other. So like they would also just mix both of them together.
Really?
And I could never even figure out which one was like actually Tagalog or which
where the separation line.
Yeah, so I'm like confused as hell. Like I just
But to me, it's like, no offense to the languages or dialect, but this is just like from a point of view. But like the science sounds a little more like smoother or not smoother, like more like streamlined, kind of like it's like a directed mumble, if that makes sense. I don't know. The words just meld together. Like they don't sound like separate sentences. They just sound like one whole like thing, like one whole conversation all at once. It's weird. That's how I describe it from what I heard. I don't know if you've seen that. I wasn't trying to actually. They're like, oh, what does this language sound like to me? And so I thought of it like that. But it's different. There's definitely a lot of different words. I thought being a dialect like it'd be a little more similar, but like it's like pretty much a new language. At least to me. There's some words that like I could pick up on, but it's like once in a blue moon.
I only know the foods.
Of course.
Hey,
that's valid.
I only know the foods.
Okay.
Even the foods, I didn't know there's like okay, so I went to there was a global festival or something in downtown, and FAAP was there.
I love food.
I know, right? And so I got food from them, and I also bought a cookbook from them because I was like, oh my god, I'd love to learn to cook. I flipped through some of them. Some of the recipes. What the hell?
One's really good. I think it's called Binuguan. It's like stir fried pork with shrimp paste. It's so good.
Wait, Binuguan or Dinuguan?
No, Binuguan.
I was gonna say because Dinuguan is pork blood, so I was like,
I know. It's Binuguan. Binuguan? I don't know.
See, I've never heard of that.
It's so good. I don't know where it's from, but I made it before. I think it's really good.
Like I said, there's so much like even like Filipino culture I don't know. Like I was flipping through them and I'm like, I've never heard of this dish. Never. And like it's a thing and it's there. And I'm like, I should cook this at one point. But I haven't got to it yet. But yeah.
That's facts. We keep on having like this small topic about food. I can't think of any like Filipino food that is specifically catered to like vegetarian. Because like you can make pancit.
Besides vegetarian lumpia and vegetarian pancit.
Well, chop suey.
I feel like it's not really Filipino.
It probably isn't.
I have chop suey in my Chinese restaurant.
Well, yeah. No, it's Chinese, but like there's a Filipino express to it because like we have empanadas too, but that's Spanish,
Yeah.
But like you see them at Filipino stores. But like if you're talking about like specifically like Filipino.
Yeah,
That's even
talking like
touchy though.
I'm talking like specifically like. Well, I'm assuming that there's got to be some influence of.
There's
some
always
of
that. I was about to say it's hard to find a dish that's purely Filipino
Yeah.
with colonization and everything, but I like looking back, probably not. Other than like what I said, chop suey is the only thing I can think of. There's not even. Oh well, wait, no, I forgot the name of it. But my mom used to make it because my dad loved it. But it was made with young jackfruit, coconut milk. It was weird. I never tried it.
Dessert, though.
It sounds like a dessert, but it was
Yeah.
savory. It was
What's that called?
it was young jackfruit, and my mom. There's see you know what I'm talking about, but like there was no meat in it. I think the jackfruit because like jackfruit's also used as like a meat substitute.
Yeah,
like
like chicken.
nowadays too.
Chicken texture.
Exactly. My parents loved it, but there was no meat in it.
Oh, what's it called? My tita makes it.
Yeah, see,
What's it called? I don't remember what it's called, but it's what my tita makes it.
it exists. Though. It exists. Like if you Google it like later on or something, it's literally just young jackfruit with like coconut milk, which sounds sweet, but like savory instead. Like savory differently.
It's kind of like bilo bilo.
Okay.
Bilo.
Okay.
Isn't that the Guinness?
Not
That's the flour ball or the tapioca flour balls.
yeah, but it's kind of she made it without the tapioca. She made two versions of it. One without tapioca, one without the tapioca. It's like weird.
My mom never made it with tapioca. It was literally just a jackfruit.
Oh, I don't know. It's been a while since I had it,
But like that's one. But like again, like there probably is more out there that we just don't know of or
just
didn't
one
know about.
small like island somewhere in the Philippines.
Somewhere, yeah.
no meat,
Yeah, just
no animals.
I'm just
No
saying.
animals, yeah.
It's just trees.
I'm just saying, like our food is always just like brown and delicious. That's it. That's
Literally,
all
and
it
it's
is.
always
Brown-
always
brown,
pork. I swear to God,
salty,
it's always pork.
Brown,
Yeah.
salty, fatty, heavy.
Yeah, that's why we got gout and all that stuff.
Which is funny because like when you go to the Philippines, like their clothing system is completely different now. It's an extra large means you're tall. That's it. Like it's not like width, it's length. Like because my luggage got lost when I was there, and I had no change of clothes. I wore literally the same thing for 3 days straight, and we had to buy stuff. And I had to get like I think it was a 3XL or 4XL because like that shit would not fit. Like I was at the time I was an XL like in US sizes, but over there I was like a 4XL because they were all for length. They were never for width.
They might be using like because I feel like that's similar to how like Chinese sizes is.
Well, trying to go 2 times.
2 times.
In high school I wore medium or small in high school. So I either had to get a XL or a double XL. Because they also fit for like length.
Okay.
Because all the quality things they shrink in the wash like lengthwise.
Mm.
Widthwise they same, but like lengthwise they shrink.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been in the Philippines. I already know. Like I'm not figuring nothing. Like,
No, for real.
Whatever I'm bringing is all I got.
I was like worried. I was like, "There's no way I'm gonna have to wear this like the entire until I got my luggage back because like I thought nothing was gonna fit me. Not even the underwear. I'm like, yo, come on now. And like from then on, I was like, I'm keeping clothes in my fucking duffel. I am not relying on just the luggage. So that fucking thing traumatized me.
That's fine. All right, bringing it back to influencers and whatnot. One of the questions I have here is: do you think there's like a rise in Filipino influence?
Oh, definitely. I feel like there's a rise because definitely growing up there wasn't much. Like I remember thinking to myself, I think I asked my mom this even, which is kind of fucked up. Well, not fucked up, but like kind of sad. But I like low-key thought like no one knew what a Filipino was or like the Philippines in general. Like I don't know. And I mean, I still kind of shouldn't say still kind of, but I as a kid I was like, oh no, we have like the best stuff ever. Like people should know more about this. But there's definitely a rise because like I mean like Olivia Rodrigo like. She became big. Everyone, like, regardless if you're Filipino or not, and like a lot of like
But like,
artists and stuff.
well, for example, like with Olivia Rodrigo, like being Filipino is never like the like spotlight thing. Right? You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say, yeah, it depends on the artist, but like, let's say for example, Saweetie, she's half Filipino. She makes like she has had she has a song where she speaks Tagalog in it. Yeah, she raps it in Tagalog, and then she's done some interviews where she's eaten Filipino food with them and saying, "Oh my god, She's made sinigang once and like made a video of it. It's like, oh, we're gonna make my favorite video or my favorite food, Filipino food, sinigang. It's great. And like at a concert, she was just like, "Where's my Filipino babies at?" Like she does like advocate for it as well. Since it's part of her identity. Like Bretman definitely does. Valkyrie, I haven't seen much, but like I think
whenever she collaborates with like Bella Poarch, she definitely does. Or like if she like goes to her mom.
Yeah, I guess it depends. There's a rise in people who are Filipino, maybe not necessarily who like completely like make that like known or like part or like advocate for it in a sense. But I definitely think there's a rise in people who are that, which I guess is a good start. Because like one person that I didn't know that was like I think he's half Filipino, but I don't know if you heard that one sound that was going around. I mean, it's on TikTok, but it's probably on everything now. But like Steve Lacy,
Oh, what?
he's half Filipino.
Really?
I didn't fucking know that. Someone literally like it was for this month even. They were like, oh, here's your Filipino artist, and he played that song, and I'm like, this dude's Filipino.
I think it's the like on social media. I think the issue with like the rise of is like regardless if you're full or half, like if you don't look like you're Filipino, people will not assume you're Filipino.
No,
yeah. Publicly is announced that you're Filipino, or people had to research you.
It's that ties into a lot of me.
Or the names, like even the name, if you like a regular name, like AJ Raphael, you would assume he's Filipino, and like
he's either Mexican or
but like Olivia Rodrigo, I assume she was like I did with that.
She was Hispanic.
Yeah, I thought she was Hispanic because I have a bunch of friends back in high school that are last name Rodrigo, and they're like Hispanic. I'm like, well, that's like
that's how it's stuff like that. Because like in my case, like I've never been. Well, recently, kind of, but I attributed that to the rise of people being Filipino because I think they're realizing like, oh, there's not really necessarily a distinct look to them, kind of. But I used to never be like, no one ever would guess I was Filipino. They always thought I was Chinese, pure Chinese, and I'm just like, I'm quarter Chinese.
I can see that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That.
But I like, I was like, and then it doesn't help with my name. Doesn't help with my name though either because like they would hear my name and they're like. I was in photography one time, and they're like, "Oh, are you Hispanic or something? Are you Mexican?" I'm like, "No, I'm Filipino." Because like Divinagracia is like it's Spanish for like divine grace. So like, oh, well, thanks. That helps. But like, most people thought it was Spanish. Some people mispronounce it Divinagracia because it looks Spanish. I'm assuming.
It took me a couple tries to say your last name.
It's hard.
It's a very long last name.
It is. Yeah. Every time, once I say it's like divine grace in Spanish, they're like, "Oh, Divinagracia." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know why I had to tell you it like that though, but okay." But yeah, it's hard. I feel like, and there's not many that like outwardly say it or outwardly like advocate for it. But I think it's a good step. Like we're getting more people, more representation, regardless of like how they, if they come out and be like, or like
I would say at least on like the music like artist side of it, I definitely see like a rise in terms of advocacy for being like whether you're mixed or like you're actually full Filipino. But then any other aspect other than that, like maybe a little bit in social media for people who do like TikToks and whatnot. But yeah, anything else I do not see.
There's my
there's a rise in like podcasts. Podcasts.
Oh yeah.
What was it? There's a podcast on YouTube called Asian Girl Podcast. 2 Filipinos, I think. It's like 2 college students. They're like 2. I think one's half and one's full.
The only podcast that I know that there's Filipinos is there's like this Australian Filipino like podcast. And there's like 4 Filipino dudes.
I've seen one where there's 3. Like they're just friends. Yeah. I don't think there were. I don't know if they're half quarter full Filipino, but they were all Filipino in some way, some short shape form. I mean, that's one thing because like I look, you want to get in the stream. Not that that's gonna be my whole career, but like if I were to like somewhat get a platform, or like if I were to go viral or whatever, definitely would want to incorporate that a lot
That's
more.
fact. Get the bag, right?
Hey, look,
so much
like I'm saving for a PC, so.
I mean, this is out of the topic of what we're talking about. You ever heard of what a VTuber is?
Yes. I was thinking of doing that temporarily until I could get money to get a good webcam.
I would 100% be a VTuber.
What's a VTuber?
Alright,
it's like a 3D model.
It's I don't know what. So just think of like a person who does like a video, like a stream, and they have like a webcam. But instead of like a webcam, it's like
It's a facial tracker.
It's like a facial tracker of like whatever they've picked to be like their persona.
I low-key would love to do that. And then,
I think I know.
I would love. I'm not artistically gifted, so I probably have to commission someone to do it. But I would want to like make my VTuber model to be like heavily Filipino inspired and cool in that sense. Like I don't know, it just would be cool.
I've been taught like my sister has gotten into because like there's agencies.
There are
people who like literally will find people who are like entertaining to watch or whatever, and they'll just be like, hey, we'll make you the animation type of thingy, whatever, blah blah blah. You just play the persona of such and
whoever
such.
this is, yeah.
And then you essentially become a VTuber idol group.
Yeah,
And
I just learned about that too. I didn't
Yeah.
know that was a thing until like a few days ago or something.
Yeah.
It's like almost like K-pop, because they have agencies too, and they're all idols. It's like the same thing essentially. They even started like having like meet and greets or something virtually over like Comic-Cons, which they've been getting like a lot of like lucky hate from that, and so people like, I'm just like, oh, chill, like it's not that deep, because like I get it, like it's like cringe in the sense of like if you think of it in the like sweaty anime guy stereotype, stepping over some fictional thing, but it's like it's not like that more times out of 10, And some of these people who are VTubers, like that's the only way they can meet with their people, because they might have autoimmune diseases. That's the only way they can like interact with them, because they have like they use technology to even do autographs. Like they have like some arm printer thingy there, and on the other end, like they just sign something and it tracks their movements. And so it's like it's cool. And some people are like, "What is this? Where I come to?" It's just like, well, it's you don't know their story. Second of all, it works. I mean, they both enjoy it. What's the problem with that?
I'm gonna start the first Filipino
VTuber.
VTuber
Like,
whatever.
Let me know, because I'll join. I'll stream outright, because that's another thing too. With going back to like influence. I don't know if you know like Neon's like voice actress like Vanille Vasquez, but I think it's Velasquez or Vasquez. Sorry if I butchered that wrong, but she voices like Tagalog dubs for anime, and like
the Tagalog is so funny. I listen to it. It's so funny.
They're
like
funny to watch.
it's like when people like when I hear them say Kuya, it's oh god, it's so funny.
Side note, I don't know if you all know the Dahmer series on Netflix. I started watching that. I guess I never changed it from Filipino to English, and then like the TV part came on, and I was like, why is this a Filipino? I'm like, what the fuck?
This has been popping since
That's what I said. I was like, what? But aside from that, like she voices Neon in Valorant, which is like a really popular game, which is really cool because she's an Asian, she's Filipino, and like her voice lines aren't. I don't know. I think there's been like other Filipino characters in video games, but they're mostly like they just speak English. There's nothing really like cultural about them. Maybe they're rare, maybe just the fact that they are. But like in Valorant, like her voice lines are like combination of Tagalog, English, and they even mention like adobo and some things that like are currently right now even they have like one of the battle pass buddies are halo halo. Like there's a buddy for it, and I'm like that's so cool. And like she also I think this is the first one, but there's a kids show on PBS where it's Jelly Bean and something, I don't know, but it's a kids show. They're all Filipino, and the whole cast, and it's so great because I'm like, if I grew up with that would be so sick. Like they talk about Mano, they talk about they make halo halo for their Lola. It's great. I'm like, that's so cute. Like I wish I had that when I grew up. But yeah, I just think it's I don't want to say invading, but like it's like slowly creeping into like multiple different like industries, for lack of a better term,
Going back to the Lola, but like I feel like there's been a real big rise in like the titas and Lolas on like TikTok. Like for some reason, when I go to TikTok, I always see TikTok where like these Lolas and titas like make these pickup line jokes with like Filipino foods. I think it's so funny. I think it's great. I enjoy it. I think my tita's so funny. I always talk to her about like making fun of my best friend because that's his mom, but like it's so funny to talk to her about that stuff. I think that genre is like on the rise now because you see all these like creators with their parents and like hanging out with them, and, like
I agree.
just like talking Tagalog or just like talking anything Filipino. It's like so funny how they talk. It's kind of like mean the way they talk, but it's so funny at the same time.
I just love the fact like I got a thing from like TikTok where it's just like, oh, what other languages do you like understand? And so I picked Filipino, and like on my free page I got a combo of like everything I'd see here, but I get like Filipino TikToks too, and they all speak Tagalog, and it's great. I'm just like, this is cool because like it like stimulates my brain to like keep knowing how to understand it, and also it's just like the TikToks are funny as hell. I can't. It's so funny because it's so relatable. I'm just like, that's literally us, literally, but like it's different when it's in Filipino. I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, there's like one thing that like I read about where it's like, because obviously like in certain like languages, whenever you're trying to translate something, it will never fully translate evenly. And I think that's one of the things that like people like forget. Like I remember I was watching. It wasn't Filipino, but it was a person who was Korean, and he was talking about how like he would always talk to his like friends like mom in Korean, and she'd be like she's like the funniest person I've ever met. But like her kids don't know Korean, so like they would never be able to experience
Understand
the jokes, and even if they want to, like whenever you would translate it to English, it doesn't necessarily match up or make sense. So I feel like, you know,
there's definitely a part in that because I feel like with Tagalog, like there's a lot of more like tones or tonal structures with it. Because like with English, it's kind of like, I don't want to say monotone, but like there's a flow to it. With Tagalog, like some things are exaggerated, some things are not. Some things you say in a really funny way. It's different in that sense. So yeah, I see why it's like funnier in different language. If that makes sense.
I have one last question. We kind of talked about it a little bit, and it was, do you think there's more of an appreciation of Filipino culture through social media?
I think slowly there is because I haven't seen too many, like evidently like me personally, but I stumbled across there's this one like popular creator that's like loved by like everyone on TikTok who's ever like passed by her videos. Forgot her name, but like she's like the Tater mom, and she calls her little like followers Tater Tots. She like recently lost her son, and that was the whole thing. And then her videos pop up every now and then on my For You page, and she was telling me about how her neighbor is from the Philippines and everything, and like she spoke about it a little bit. She actually got sitaw from her, and she was so excited. She was, guys, look at this! It's like string beans, but it's longer. She told me it's and she like, provides like information that she's received from her. And like spreads like, oh my god, this looks so good! I'm so excited to eat it, use it, whatever. And then the most recent one, it was like her birthday, and I feel like in typical Filipino fashion, the neighbor missed her birthday or missed saying like happy birthday. So she's like, oh man, I'm so sorry. So I made, she made her lumpia and pancit as like a sorry. I mean, like, come on.
Wait, I think I think I've seen one of her videos before. I think I've seen that video before. Not her channel. I didn't really look at her, but
yeah, she pops up and she comes in. She's like, guys, look. So remember that she like talks about her like the neighbor's name is Miss B. And so she's like, oh look, she made me this because she forgot my birthday, and she was like, I have to make you this because like I feel bad for missing your birthday, which I'm like, it's kind of unbanned for Filipinos. Like, you miss something, you're like, here's food or here's something in general. And she was so excited. She was like, look at this looks so good. So she tried the lumpia. It's inevitable, but like she kind of screwed up the name, but like that's understandable. But like she apologized. She was like, sorry, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but she was like, she tried it. She loved it. She loved pancit. She tried it. She was like, this is so good. I love trying new cultures and everything. And she gave as much information as she knew at the time of the dish. So like, she's spreading the appreciation, letting more people know. And even on YouTube, I've seen like on recommendations, like other people trying Jollibee, for example. Like I think that was a BuzzFeed video, even like.
Well, I actually know why that one popped up specifically.
Oh, really?
Because like there was, I think they made the biggest Jollibee that like in the U.S. in New York that like just recently.
Oh yeah, they opened another one in there.
So,
Times Square one.
Yeah,
new one.
I think they
try to catch like the search whatever.
Yeah, I think they what do you call it? I think they did some before that though, because I definitely saw like some creators like do it in between, but
I think mostly because they had one. There's been plenty in the LA area. That's why they did it.
That makes sense. But there's that, and I don't know, on TikTok currently there's like one for like Indian craze one where like everyone wants to try Indian food, but like I've seen on YouTube even like multiple videos of people like, oh my god, trying like authentic Filipino food, and it's just like really nice. So I'm just like, that's so cool.
She's so fat.
Oh, food.
Alright, so we got
like 2-3 minutes left.
All right, guys. I actually had like a couple. I finished the question list I had. I had like 2 more questions that I wanted to ask.
Part 2.
I'm 100% down if we can get a part 2, but we are out of time for today. But thank you so much for watching the Chismis Corner podcast. I'm Michael Pacifico.
I'm Taylor Lynn.
I'm Jason Divinagracia.
And thank you for watching. Goodbye.